All right, guys, so welcome to NFL Upvote. Here's how it's going to work. So we are going to take the top threads from this week's NFL Reddit, and we have our reporters upvote or downvote the thread. If they think that we're missing something important, they'll have to tell us what comments they would like to add as well. So joining us today is New York Giants fan and Danny Dimes apologist, Charles Curtis, and longtime Boston sports fan turned Florida man, Andy Nesbitt. So thank y'all for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Andy, I'm glad you're an honorary Florida man. You can get out of it. I'm a Florida man by birth. There's nothing I can do. I'm stuck. But let's dive right into it. And one of the top threads this week was this quote from Albert Breer's MMQB article. He talked to Washington football team head coach Ron Rivera, and he was talking about COVID-19 vaccines and misinformation. And I'll just read it. This is Ron talking. Quote, "You've got some, quite frankly, effing a-holes that are putting a bunch of misinformation out there, leading people to die." Yeah, strong words from Ron. A few Reddit comments. The first, "I want a Ron Rivera, Mike Zimmer buddy cop movie." The second, "Well said, Ron." And the third, "Right? Like, am I about to root for Washington this season? Unironically? What's happening?" Now, before we get into this, I'll just say quickly, I've covered the league for a few years. I've gotten to know Ron, talked to him a few times. He is the kindest, sweetest man. I might even say soft-spoken sometimes. So when he drops a bleep and bleepers, man, I think he carries some weight. But the question is, are we upvoting or downvoting this? And what are we adding to the thread? Charles, let's start with you.
Absolutely have to upvote this. Remember, vote Ron. I've always loved him. Obviously, an incredible human being, and like you said, Lorenzo, like a really good dude. What would I add to this? I think I would probably add, that Ron Rivera, Mike Zimmer buddy cop movie sounds really good. I want to add the gift from what's that movie, Step Brothers, where they are we best friends? Did we just become best friends? Like, yeah, that to me is like their thing. Now, I'm also going to add, and I'm going to ask the producers here to help me out. I'm going to say I would add. Yeah, please bleep me. That's all I would say to that. Like, obviously, like it's great to see, in all seriousness, a coach in the NFL encouraging this and actually calling out some people without calling them out by name that they should get vaccinated. And this is a really good idea. And also, misinformation is a really bad thing, and it's the kind of thing that could break up a locker room saying something like this. So, in all seriousness, great job, Ron Rivera. Like, I'm really happy to see some NFL coaches actually stepping up and saying this kind of stuff.
Moving on to the next Reddit thread. So this is going to say, the hashtag Jaguars have released Tim Tebow. So the Reddit comment said, first one, well, Tim Tebow has made it longer at tight end than Kelvin Benjamin. He'll always have that. Second one, end of an era. Wow. And finally, the third comment says, was it a dream to play tight end? Is that why he stubbornly refused to for years? So guys, I know everyone has really strong opinions about anything Tim Tebow. So I want to ask you guys, are we upvoting this? Are we downvoting this? And what are we adding to this? Andy, I know you've been following Tebow from the start. So yes. Upvoting or downvoting?
I'm upvoting the move by the Jaguars. It was an idiotic move to start with. Urban Meyer, for some reason, brought Tebow on because they won a college championship like 38 years ago. Just a terrible move from the get-go. And I'm down here in Jacksonville. I've seen one Tebow jersey like last 3 months. So don't come at me with like that. Oh, he's going to sell a ton of jerseys. He's going to sell a ton of tickets. No one was at the game on Saturday night. So the Tebow era is over here in Jacksonville. Crushing news. But it really should have never happened. And if I'm a member of the Jaguars, I'm thankful because I think if he kept him past the 85, they would have lost that locker room.
And my follow-up to that, Charles, I want to ask you, do you think that Tim Tebow would have succeeded at tight end if he decided straight out of college to make that transition rather than, at the age of 34?
I'm going to upvote that. Yes, he would have. If he had done it at age 22 or 23, yeah, I think he could have maybe made it to a roster and learned the skills and bulked up in the way it is. But at age 34, come on. After playing quarterback. So I'm just going to leave it at this. Let's all have a moment of awkward silence for Tim Tebow. Whew. All right. Thank you.
All right. I think that's we can move on from Tim now. The next thread, this is something that I think is going to get people worked up because it always does. Some quick context. So the Colts are playing the Panthers. Running back Benny LeMay gets a handoff. It's 2nd and 2 in the third quarter. Your average preseason play. Benny LeMay drags like 5 defenders, gets a first down, gets up and flexes on a guy, tosses the ball, plays over, right? The ref comes in, throws a flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct, 15-yard penalty. So here's the thread. This is an example of the taunting the league doesn't want to see in games. Just happened in the Panthers-Colts game. A couple of the Reddit comments, absolute nonsense. A guy that small moving grown men like that deserves to talk. Who cares? Steve Smith said that he would be homeless if these rules existed when he played. Second comment, NFL rules continue to not be able to get out of their own way. The third comment, no feelings league? And the fourth, unsportsmanlike conduct, running back gave the defense an intimidating stare, 15-yard penalty, replay first down. The question, are we upvoting this or downvoting this, and what are we adding to the thread? Andy, what do you say?
Downvoting this. The National Football League loves to get in its own way, and they're doing it here once again. These players are playing a very dangerous and physical game, and this, they're battling every play. And for them to now just like not be able to show emotion, like the NFL should be encouraging taunting, not penalizing taunting. The fans like it. The players seem to be okay from it. But what that call happened on Sunday, if that happens in the regular season, which it's going to happen, stuff like that's going to happen down the stretch of big games, and it's going to affect the outcome of games. And the NFL is going to have a mess on its hand on Sunday nights and then all day Monday with everyone screaming about these taunting rules. So, again, the NFL, this is just a dumb move. Also, NFL refs are bad enough. Now they're going to have to judge human emotions. So you're just asking for more disasters down the line.
Hey, sports fans, if you want to watch more sports seriously, be sure to check out these clips right here. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel to see all the great content from us here at USA Today Sports.